You know, these past few weeks have been crazy, but a super amount of fun. So most of the time I release videos and talk about using solution-focused brief therapy in your work, and I'm someone who's really passionate about helping clinicians help their clients, and I really want to do a good job of teaching solution-focused brief therapy and writing books about solution-focused brief therapy and promoting the use of this approach. And then in the past few weeks, I've also felt a real passion to help clinicians run profitable and successful private practices, and that's been a super amount of fun. But today I got a video for you about solution-focused brief therapy, something that is pretty passion. It's a pretty good passion for me, pretty intense level of passion for me about this approach. And a few months ago, I said something that a bunch of people sent me emails about, a bunch of people responded on my social media page about, and that was I said that I don't think solution-focused brief therapy should be categorized as a strength-based approach. And I recognize that in the psychotherapy field, that's a minority opinion. Even amongst other solution-focused brief therapists, that's a minority opinion. But let me explain myself. So there are a lot of approaches that refer to themselves as strength-based, right? There's even strength-based cognitive behavioral therapy. And I don't think there's any way that you could lump solution-focused brief therapy with CBT, even strength-based CBT, because strength-based implies that I'm assessing someone for their strengths, and it implies that I'm trying to find the strengths in my client. But when you're using solution-focused brief therapy, you're not doing either. You're just treating the client as if they have strengths, and you're asking them questions. Solution-focused brief therapy in its core is a questions-based approach. So the questions I would get from people and the comments I would get from people, if it's not a strength-based approach, then what is it? And I think that's a reasonable question, that's a good question, it's an obvious question, and it's a question that I want to address here in this video today. Because if solution-focused brief therapy is not a strength-based approach, to me, it's a love-based approach. Now, it might sound weird to hear someone refer to psychotherapy and use the word love, and hear someone refer to their clients and use the word love. But let me explain. Again, this is an approach, and it's the only approach I'm aware of, that at its core, at its foundation, is questions that elicit a description from the client. When we're doing solution-focused brief therapy, I'm not asking questions about assessment. I'm asking questions to elicit a description of my client's preferred future, which we define as a future where their best hopes from the therapy are present and in reality happening in their life. And in that description, the client says things about themselves and their life that they've never heard them say before, and therein lies the change. So we're the only approach that's asking questions in that way. And in order to ask questions in that particular way, you have to have a level of belief and faith in your client's capacity that I can only refer to as love. Now, when sometimes people come into your office, they're coming at a time where they're struggling and there's trouble going on in their life, and they're really in a difficult place. Like, they're really in a difficult space in their life. And the client may not have that belief in themselves. The client may not have their belief in their own capacities. So the role of the therapist is to believe in the client even when they're not capable of believing in themselves. And I only know how to describe that as love. Now, of course, I don't mean romantic love or platonic love or familial love, but I mean like the love we should have for every other living being on this planet. The love that causes me to want you to do better, be better, feel better, and act better in your life. The love that makes me totally believe in your ability to manifest the thing you want to have happen in your life. I don't know how to describe that in any other way other than love. Because we're so driven in this approach to ask people questions. The moment I lose faith in your ability to answer my questions and to create change is the moment I'm no longer asking you questions that are connected to your ability to describe your preferred future. We only ask questions to people like that when we have that level of affinity. Think of the way you talk to your spouse, your children, your best friends. You would never want your spouse, children, or best friends to doubt themselves and to doubt their capabilities and to lose faith in their ability to have their future. And that's exactly how we should treat our clients. And I actually think that's true regardless of your approach. But when you're doing solution-focused brief therapy, it's especially true because your clients need to have these very unusual questions. In order for someone to say something about themselves they've never said before, they have to hear a question they've never heard before. And the only way you can generate those type of questions is to get in touch with that part of your body that just totally emanates love. And again, I recognize that this is weird to hear psychotherapists talk about love in a professional sense, but I think we need to do it. In our society, we're not very comfortable talking about love, but we are super comfortable talking about hate. We are super comfortable talking about problem, so I think we need to be equally comfortable talking about love. And that needs to be a part of your therapy in order to generate those questions that come from a different place so your client can say something about themselves they've never heard before. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you're watching this in any other place other than my blog on elliottconnie.com, please head over there. I got all kinds of free goodies and free giveaways and free things because I want everybody to get better as a clinician, as a professional, and all of those things. Please like my video, share my video on your social media pages. Let's make love go viral. Let's make love go crazy. Let's spread love all over the place. It's the human way. Thank you. Have a good day.